this event. So sorry once again for starting late. Pardon for that. Thank you. Okay, on our event this morning, we're starting with the national anthem. But before then, I think we should say a word of prayers before the national anthem. Shall we just rise to our feet?
My name is Benita Okaya.
Okay, my name is Ignacio Chu from Business.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Eric from Language Translation.
Thanks for joining us.
My name is Nicole Channel from Language Transfers.
Thanks for joining us. Faster.
Okay, my name is Mr. Samson Sunday, Youngest Functions.
Welcome, sir.
My name is Sidney Hassan, Atta, Commitment Directors.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Director.
My name is Goldson MM, Talk System Technologies.
Thanks for being with us. I think I have to do this introduction, please. Pardon me for saying the small Ojoro. So sorry. But we have with us this afternoon also a very good friend of the house, very good friend of Clevenard.com. He is the Director of Administration, Ministry of Information and Communication, Rivers State. And he is also the monarch of Omodia, the ancient kingdom in Rivers State. Please join us to welcome Eze Professor Sam Ibo Onyeka. Thanks for joining us, sir. It was quite, it was nice knowing that each and every one of us can actually still sing the national anthem. I mean, I went for an event yesterday and a bunch of students actually, University, and they were asked to sing the national anthem. I'm telling you, 80% of them have just put them out. They couldn't do that, but I'm glad that at least we that are still natural to still do that. Alright, I'm going to give a presentation of Clevenard.com. Alright, before I do that, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Franca Ilenudia. I'm a journalist. I've worked in the media for over 20-something years, from the print media to the broadcast media. Alright, and then now I work with Clevenard.com as a representative and also as a journalist. I anchor events on Clevenard TV in diaspora. Alright. Now somebody will ask, what is Clevenard.com? I'm going to give this citation and it's going to explain everything we've gathered here to really know about what Clevenard.com is all about. Alright, so my speech goes first. Good afternoon, esteemed guests. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to the inaugural Clevenard.com Digital Marketing Trends, Digital Transformation in Education, Public Awareness and Strategies Conference here in Nigeria, Africa. This landmark event is crafted to enlighten and engage audience in the myriad possibilities that Clevenard.com offers within the digital landscape. Allow me to introduce Clevenard.com. Clevenard.com, or Clevenard Global International Limited, bearing company registration number 487772, is a registered entity in Abuja, Nigeria, recognized by the Corporate Affairs Commission, CAC, established in 2003, and further registered in the United Kingdom as Clevenard Limited with company registration number 08301095 in 2012. In 2019, we initiated the Clevenard Open Project for Africa in Spain. Clevenard.com stands as a social networking platform with a primary focus on connecting individuals, businesses, and communities. Our objective is to foster networking, collaboration, and communication among those invested or interested in African culture, businesses, and social issues. On Clevenard.com, we empower you to showcase your community by sharing organic content free from hate speech directed towards government, organizations, or individuals. While other social networking platforms cater to a global audience, Clevenard.com prioritizes the promotion of African culture, ideas, businesses, and more to the global stage. In essence, Clevenard aims to raise awareness within communities, bridge business gaps, and unite all within the global village. We extend a warm invitation to professionals, specialists, organizations, associations, government institutions, journalists, media companies, NGOs, and the sectors such as culture and tourism in Nigeria, as well as all residents. To sign up today on Clevenard.com. By signing up, you can contribute through various mediums such as blogs, events, podcasts, and videos, thereby bolstering Nigeria's tourism, culture, and economy, and sharing its distinct offerings with the world. After this, we are going to be seeing a physical presentation of this very citation as well. As Clevenard, we meticulously designed a media platform to cater for those seeking the timely information. We understand the significance of creating an online space that empowers individuals to showcase their work, fostering connections with an engaged audience. Our primary aim or goal is to promote awareness, educate the public, and disseminate information on societal issues through our online publications, thereby influencing attitudes, behaviors, and beliefs positively. Our mission is to consolidate all African community information onto a single platform connecting professionals, specialists, organizations, associations, governments, institutions, journalists, and media companies from Africa and beyond. Clevenard.com serves as a global stage for discussion on Africa and a showcase of its diversity. It is imperative to know that hate speech directed towards governments, organizations, and individuals is strictly prohibited on Clevenard. We speak of communities, and when we speak of communities, rather, we encompass it a broad spectrum, included as, but not limited to theater practitioners, healthcare professionals, business entities, hospital services, tourists, media outlets, educational institutions, cultural groups, religious congregations, and various ministries. We aim to elevate even the smallest of these communities onto the global platform. And let us not forget that a thriving community begets a prosperous state, and a thriving state begets a developed and prosperous country. And as the saying goes, there is no place like home. For Clevenard, we believe there is no country like our own. There is a reflection of identity and in our heritage. It is our collective duty to shape the Nigeria of our dreams by highlighting its positive narratives. Therefore, we invite all communities to collaborate with us and play their part in this mission to showcase the positive story of Nigeria and then Africa at large. Thank you so much. Alright, like my presentation rightly says, we are in the digital, trying to bring a network of people to understand this part that the time has changed, and that as the time has changed, we need to change with the world as large, so that we will not be left behind. I'm not talking about that left behind, which is definitely going to come. I'm talking about being left behind in the scheme of things, the scheme of ICT. Mr. Gossin here is an IT expert, so he knows exactly what I'm talking about, and then most of us here, we are also into lighting one way or the other. Alright? Well, before we continue, we had Dr. Mrs. Evelyn Ekman Nwosu, General Director of NTA Port Harcourt. She was supposed to give us a presentation on media and Clevenard, what Clevenard.com can do for media. It was a couple of days back, we signed an MOU with the Nigeria Television Authority in Port Harcourt here to showcase every other activities in the global village. So what basically we do on Clevenard.com is to make sure that you, I, your businesses, and each and every one of our businesses is networked globally. In other words, for example, you are a medical doctor and you want to be able to reach out to somebody in diaspora. Our platform gives you that leverage. Sagian is a citizen journalist. For example, he wants to connect with other journalists around the world. He can do that as well through our platform, Clevenard.com. And not just that, I've been in journalism for a couple of years now, and there's something I witnessed, and that is the fact that most people come as journalists, and then you cover an event. I witnessed it yesterday here as well. They went to cover the story. A young man came in from Lagos to give a a speech at that event. I was said at the school premises. And after that, journalists ran after him to cover, to just get 1 or 2 words from him. And after doing that, the next thing they were asking was that, sir, what do you have for us? It was so embarrassing. I was there with them. When I heard them say that, I withdrew immediately. It was embarrassing. One, I blame them for it. Even if you have to ask for something, I think there should be a level of integrity. There should be a kind of pride that I shouldn't just be begging literally like this. But in another way, let's look at it another way. If they really have these things to work with, they would not be begging. But the era that we are now with Clevenard.com, they can use this platform actually to make cool money for themselves. Linda Ikeji became a billionaire. Where? Through just blogging on the social networking platform. There are people doing businesses, like so many things I buy in my houses, food stuff and the rest of this. I don't go to the markets. I just go to the show platform, click on what I want there, and I connect with the person directly. So we here can actually still do that. A time is even coming where almost about 60% of the shops you see open today, they will no longer be there. They will be sure that it will be vacant. Nobody will be there because every business is to be on our phone. It's happening already, but it's still going to evolve to that level that we might not need those physical shops any longer. So do we wait for that time to come before we start making preparations for it? We don't wait for the time to come before we start doing that. So opportunity is here. We are presenting the Clevenard.com platform to you. And we are encouraging you, use it to market yourself, to sell what you do globally. Everything you input into the systems, as you do that, it's already going viral. I went to NTA last week for training. We called in to train their staff. And then we got in there and we called for the journalists there to use the blog site, the Clevenard.com blog site. We'll do that shortly, do that practical shortly. And then they came in and about 3 of them made a blog. And then in just about 10 minutes, they had about 40 views. So, and they were like, no, this is not possible. I said, but it is possible. And I said, okay, don't worry, share and let's see. So about 2 of them shared. In just 30 minutes, they had almost about 80 views. And they screamed. And they went to me, the director, and said, ma'am, you have to bring them back, organize, let the bigger house, the full house come together, and then let do training from everybody. We are currently working on that. But next week, we'll deliver on that as well. The world is changing, like I said once again, and we need to change. We need to be able to move with the world. In terms of business, in terms of what you are doing, you need a design platform like Clevenard.com. Alright, so while we wait for the Mrs. Evelyn Ekman, who wants to National Director of NTA, to talk or give us a speech on the media and Clevenard.com, I think we should just give His Highness the opportunity. Sir, are you ready for us? Alright, please we'll give His Highness the opportunity to give us his presentation on culture and Clevenard.com. Please, put your hands together, let's go.
Come forward and repeat the cultural heritage of my people. Coincidentally, it happened that I also attended a meeting this morning, dressed in this manner, and I think nature has a way of blending things. So instead of rushing home to go to dress, I came in like this. The meeting is not a nature session, but I may not be putting this kind of cap to deliver nature. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We all know the importance of cultural sensitivity and specific approaches we have in public administration. I am a human resource management expert. Organizational development expert. Those are my specifics. But I'm also an administrator, and by extension, as a permit me to use the terminology I want to represent here, amazing. I'm sure we're not averse to this tongue, speaking in tongue. We're marrying this whole thing, administration. Administration cuts across the various stratas of life, isn't it? Yes. Even in our homes, we're administered, both as fathers, as mothers, as even children. And what have we? In the social organizations where we belong, even the churches, and if there is anybody here who is a Muslim in the mosque, in various interactions and communications with different types of people, we do some bit of administration. And so when I speak of the importance of the sensitivity of our cultural heritage and the sensitivity and the approaches we have, it goes to explain the need for efforts to tackle cultural changes, cultural challenges in the development of our nation. Its importance cannot actually be emphasized here within the time limits allowed here, but it's obvious that we would not decide not to talk at all. So I will just address a few things. That Clevenard, with its efforts to reach out to the entire world with the activities we would try to bring together to the fore, will help to strengthen the forces in the development of our nation. And if we even try with public administration to say, okay, we want to use Clevenard, we'll be able to tackle issues of anti-corruption, if you agree with me. Yes? It's a public administration issue, it's a concern that borders on everything we do in the development of the nation. So if we, as a heritage of the people, a way of people's life, we can use Clevenard to address the issue of anti-corruption measures and also promote ethical conduct. You agree with me that in the days when I grew, we had a lot of ways the people are known for. We did a lot of policing. We did a lot of managing other people's things, even that they are not ours. Take for instance a school child who misbehaves on the road, whether you're a father of that child or not, or a mother of that child or not, you had impact on that child if found misbehaving. All those are the rooted us today. You can hardly spank a child that is not yours and his parents will come with the police after you. Or we can address such issues using Clevenard. And the people outside the shores of Nigeria will begin to see Nigeria as a people who have a way of life. I don't know if I'm understood. That's only an example. If we come in the business community of the government, for instance, what the government does, if nobody takes it outside the country, what we will have outside the country is what people market our local government, our state government, and our federal government. And as long as they continue to demarket us outside this country, that is what we are outside the world. Take for instance what is happening between the Israelis and their friends and neighbors in the fight they have today. None of us is out there. None of us is in the fore to see what's going on out there in Gaza or wherever it is. But what they show us using the telephone or the television or whatever means they use to communicate what's going on there is what we see, and that's what we accept. Hello? Right away. So it is that when people who have made up their minds to see how they can demarket our beloved country, Nigeria, out there, present to the outside world, that is what remains as Nigeria out there. So it behoves on us as a people who understand ourselves, who understand our culture, our cultural heritage, and who want to promote our activities outside the shores of Nigeria, and to also promote that within ourselves here, to see how we can come alive with what may enable us, be the best we want the world to know. So in whatever way we want to look at it, Haiti in the recent times, for what Clevenard actually represents, has played an important role in public administration reforms in Nigeria as in many countries, and will do more. It has affected and promises, Clevenard has affected and promises to change the way government performs its functions and helps to reduce operational costs. And when that is achieved through our assistance or through the people in our nation, we'll be increasing the efficiency of government services. Do you agree with me? Because if I say what is not right, you will be able to also understand and say no. And of course, it gives room for discussion. It will increase the efficiency of government services, isn't it? Naturally. When I talk about government services, I'm talking about across all services across the board. I heard there's a medical doctor here in our midst. The medical doctor has a culture. The organization has a culture. True of us.
I didn't remember to tell Madam that we were home with this morning, so we just had to quickly rush up and come. All protocols to your understanding of the Royal Highness, if I have to look like one and I'm your presence. Yes, I'm happy to be here this morning. I came with my adopted son, Prince. I go around with him most of the time just to be able to not just learn, but to bring him the wealth of knowledge too that he has acquired over the time. So she told me a few days ago that we'll be talking on the importance of information technology in business development. And I grew up with my grandfather. I grew up with him when I was from 7 years to about 12 years, I was with my grandfather. I had a non-resident family, so most of the time in my early age, I was exposed to unnecessary wisdom that were forced down on me somehow. So one day, my grandfather told me that in a bakery, a local bakery we went to, and he said, in that bakery, where I was behaving, because I came with him, that I have access to all the bread and things like that. Local bakeries, you remember how bakery used to be, create one big X and other things. So he just told me something while we took our bread and were leaving, because I had to carry the tray, and he said, when you are in a place like this, behave that you came to buy bread and you are a slave here. But when they find out about who you are, let them find out that you are the owner of the bakery. So in those days, we made it and faked it. But in the current dispensation of the 21st century, you fake it until you make it. So you can imagine the disparity, the opposite. I was walking through the aisle of this hotel one day when we just opened, and I heard a lady was saying, yeah, so this is my new apartment in Ikoyi. We were just trying to see how we put things in order. I was on the aisle and I'm like, was this a dream? I pinched myself and I'm like, this is Port Harcourt, I'm in the Ukwalu community. But it was so clear. So this is my new apartment in Ikoyi. For those of you looking for apartments anywhere in Ikoyi, Lekki or BI, just please contact me and hey. I was scared temporarily. Yes, I was scared. But later on, I took time. When she left, I told my secretary, I said, open that room. And of course, she had put some pictures on the wall and say that this is her personal room. But she got clients. I don't know how. We engaged later, we talked, and she was already marketing. She was already selling houses in Lagos while she was in Port Harcourt. That tells us the level of transformation that has happened so much. Now the world has become very small, very small. Before it was difficult to say, if I don't write letter, my uncle will not receive it. I don't think P&T works anymore. Postal and telecom. Do people still write letters? But it's just not our thing anymore. Okay? And what that means is that those in America, we can talk to them right here, right now. In fact, if we do a Zoom or Google Meet, we can see exactly what is happening. So the world has become really very small. And everybody is now having a TV station. I hope we know that. Everybody has his own TV station. Your phone, you can actually reach NTA now or AIT and send your pictures and whatever you're doing. Alright? So it has come to the point where we know that the world has not only become smaller, but it has become closer than we ever imagined. With AI, anything can happen. And this has been gradual development over time. Before I tell my son to come forward, there's something I want us to know. Education has three stages. Three stages in education. So you have the information stage, you have the knowledge stage, and you have the understanding stage. They are all under education. Alright? Now what happens is this. The information stage is the barest level, which answers the question of what. It answers just that's what it answers, what. And then the information stage, which is the second stage, answers the question of how. I will explain. The final stage, which is the understanding stage, is what technology may not be able to do except engagement. So if I ask a question here, how many languages do we have in Nigeria? Major languages. Three. Be bold. I mean, there is no wrong answers, but how many major languages we have in Nigeria? 3. That's the information we have. Igbo, Yoruba, and Hausa. The knowledge stage is the how. Who knows how to speak Hausa, Igbo, or Yoruba? Who knows? Who knows here? Who can speak?
With all the natural resources, human intelligence, and everything we need to make this nation a good and better place for each and every one of us. And it is our responsibility, you, I, and each and every one of us, to make sure that we contribute our own quarter to make sure we bring the best out of Nigeria. Alright? Mrs. Evelyn wants to sit on her way. She's been trying to locate this place and I don't know why she's not getting. She's supposed to speak on the media and IT. So while we wait for her, let's go back to the practical presentation of Clevenard network. It's better to just give us a screen and then I'll explain briefly what is please, at this point I want us to get out our phones. We're doing practical, right? So we should have our practical materials. Just type in clevenard.com as in CLEVEA.
So maybe the app.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it the app or the company?
No, the app now. The app is the company. It's an app. Clevenard is an app.
It's Clevenard.
Yeah, NAN. N-A-R-S.
That's the app there.
Alright, so please if you're there to download it.
Yes, you click on it. Okay, this way. actually very good.
So let's download and let's sign up and let's teach us how the different communities. We have someone from the community of furniture makers in Port Harcourt here, Pastor Samson. Going to his shop several years, seen different kind of designs like these beds, chairs, and the rest of them. We have a doctor there. We have Mr. Ignatius as well, who is a journalist. We have Mr. Gotti.
I agree with you.
Have we all installed it?
You guys installed it. It's in school.
Dr. Karen. Then you go to
Please, if you are here, go, don't sit. You pay before the store. You sign up already.
I've already signed up.
So, if you download,
Is the camera going to...
on top of it, you have either log in and sign up. You can't log in when you've not signed up. So the first thing you should do is to click on the sign up first. Click on the sign up. So to give you a page, you just fill what you have there. Okay. There's it. Click on the sign up. So you fill in your details. Now we are starting to raise awareness in the communities. So, have we done that? Have we? You fill the first page, you give another page to fill your information details. So once you do that, it will tell you to go to your email and then confirm it. So you just go to your email and then confirm your registration in your email. Back to that. Okay, you are selecting picture here now. Okay. Let's see what you are selecting here. She's a fashion designer, so she's selecting the picture that she wants to upload and a quote price. Alright, so we click on upload. The picture is selected from the file, automatically dropped in this box here. Click on upload. After that, you go back to where you say type your message. Now, what message do you type there? You describe what you just uploaded. The picture you just uploaded. You describe it. If it's a dress that she just did, she can now say, okay, for example, chiffon, cotton. How do you describe that? Yeah, she describes everything about the clothes. Alright? Then underneath the other description, she just writes the price of the product, of the dress. Then she just, after she has described it, beautiful destination, beautiful clothes, that's okay, beautiful designs, right? Everything, every attribute about what you are uploading, you just type it there. Then you click on post. Once you click on post, what you've uploaded goes directly to the platform. So from there, you can share to as many people as possible. But in the next couple of days, 2-3 days, almost everybody in the entire universe has seen what you posted. So for example, you are sending us a building, maybe just, okay, this design that she posted is here now. Globally, anybody that comes in there, they see this design. So which means somebody in the UK is seeing this, somebody in the US seeing it, somebody in Spain is seeing it.
So long as that person is registered at Clevenard.
Exactly.
Right? So it is interest.
Exactly.
It is interest.
Exactly.
The universe of Clevenard.
So that's how it was. So imagine, for example, she's into fashion, and then somebody, for example, somebody in Spain is calling her, please, this design you posted, we love it, and they will need a truckload of it. So we share about remember. When she become a billionaire in just the space of let's say 1 month. That's the
Now,
business.
I'm coming. So now, how does a normal freelance browser person say, I'm looking for designs to choose from, which is what most people do.
Okay.
I'm wedding, I'm doing ceremony, I want to let me click and find latest designs, make I pick one.
Alright.
How does that relate to where we are here?
Platform. Alright? So the person that is checking your platform, after going through your page, remember she's already signed in. So her phone number, her address, everything is there. So her page is also there. So somebody goes there and click on Bella's Fashion now. Every design she uploads there, you can go through. And if, for example, the person is not satisfied with designs that are there, the phone number is there, remember, sir. So the person can still call the app directly and say, the designs you have there, I don't really like most of them. I need to design a specific something for me like this. So she as a vendor, I'll give you all the that. So she as a vendor, she has that privilege of contact or relating directly with the buyers. I don't know if you get that, sir.
Yeah, you answer the question, you ask the question.
I think
No, what is kind of a system where you just go search?
What does it belong to Clevenard.com?
we have to general such as
Yes,
Yes.
what is kind of
like
right?
you have daily way eventually. I'm not saying it must. I just want to understand
Okay.
at my small level.
It's not small level, sir.
So
You can search.
it means that whoever is going to search must know the supposed person is going to search for.
Exactly.
Am I correct?
Exactly.
Because
No. If
Wait.
you want to buy a product, for example, I want to buy this product now, for example, I really want to search for maybe a gown.
Yes.
And Clevenard, so I'm supposed to pop up as one of the sellers. For a freelance to just come up and say, I want to still buy and sign up. I will ask you.
That's what I understand. Is there any
Let's
connection?
start your page again. Start your page again right now. Yes. On the Cleveland portal itself, it's a portal, right? Now that portal, right? If I, like you were saying, if I need a gown for my weddings, right? Do I just go to the Cleveland and set gowns? They're all everyone of those gowns just flash up. You know what I'm saying right now? So if there are 10 people that sell gowns, they need to pop up. Like choose where I want to buy from.
It is also recommended if you want to, for example, she has signed in Bella's Fashion now. So if, for example, the reason why she has to sign in Bella's Fashion is to make the search easier. Alright? So if, for example, you want to like, okay, for example, sign a company with Harcourt, my one market, my 3 market. So on the platform, if you want to buy anything in my one market, you just search my one market. So every shop, exactly. So every shop, one of the category, every shop in my one market also. Then you now search again for the products that you want.
Is there any way where you post an item, or you share it, or when somebody clicks it, it takes you to Clevenard or...
Exactly, yes. Okay, I'll explain that. So once she has posted this one now, right? Okay, now let's take it back to the... It's okay, take it back. Now this is the link here, this is our link. You just click on the link right on top here. You click on that link now to give you this page. So what do? Copy the link. You have copy link, you have open private, open new, there's okay, share image. So there's supposed to be share link. Also have share link. Copy. Yes, you can copy link, it's still okay. So just copy the link. For most people you can share that link to other social platforms. But I recommend share to WhatsApp for. Do you know why? If you are sharing to WhatsApp and you drop the link on WhatsApp, it comes up with a picture of what you posted. So from that WhatsApp, you can share to presentation, two very important guests of ours, KD. One is Mr. DK, he's the Director of Arts and Culture, Tourism in River State.
Good afternoon. My name is DK Godwin. I'm the acting executive director of River State Council for Arts and Culture. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And then we also have Dr. Mrs. Evelyn Ekweku, who is the Zonal Director of NTA Port Harcourt. Thank you for joining us. Sorry for here with another video. Thank you for being with us. Alright, so that's where we are. But let's take it back to the main platform now, so that we can just like summarize the whole thing. Please, let's take it back to where you have the podcast, the blogs, and all of them, so that every community has a place in Clevenard.com. So if you belong to the community of writers, journalists, you can use the blog, you can use the videos. If you belong to the community of, please take it back there. There you have the blog on this. If you, for example, you own a hotel, and then you want to, like, for every event, not just hotel, maybe you are into events management, you plan events and all that. That place there, that feature there, the event is for you. So what you do, you just click on that, you signed up already. To give you a page where you upload the soft copy of your events. You upload it, then you use it to share it, and then invite as much people as you can, as you want to invite. Then you have photos mainly used by journalists as well. You have the videos, media houses uses the video, NTA post most of their videos here. And there's some other media houses that we are working with. Not just that, you can have even your own personal video. There are some people that make videos of what they do, their products, what they do, your ideas as well. You can use that to like market your video. Then podcasts actually for radio stations. Your MP3. Instead of just dumping them where no one else will see it, upload on Clevenard.com and then share it. So it's a whole new world of opportunities for everyone. You have news as well. News is mainly for Clevenard news. As journalists, as a media, as a media outfit, definitely we have our own news, in-house news. And right here, there's other journalists in the house as well. They write and they write and so if you are looking for verified, organic and authentic information, go to Clevenard News and you will see it. And you have what we call Super Shop. Super Shop is made for those Nigerian entrepreneurs who that produces quality and quality products. For example, Nigeria designers. Alright? If for example you are into shoemaking, you can sell on Clevenard Super Shop. If for example you are into large-scale production of furniture, you can sell there. What happens is this, when you are selling on Super Shop, it attracts a fee, alright? But the advantage it has is this, whatever you sell there, you don't sell, you don't retail, you don't sell the retails there, it's wholesale, which means Clevenard itself is in charge of marketing whatever you are selling there. So for example, you are into shoe production, and you want us to market for you on that Super Shop. What you do, we will be the one to market for you globally with our product. So if, for example, any country is asking for the products, we just come to you. But before they will have ensured that you will be able to deliver. So you give us what you have, and it's not going to be in hundreds pieces. We're talking about truckloads of products. So we make the connections and sell what we have. So whatever we sell for you, give us a percentage of it. But rest assured that before we ask you to supply anything, the market is already there for you. And then again, whatever you are supplying us, it should be authentic, because we here we are standing as the middleman between you and the buyer. If anything happens to the product, they are not going to come to you and hold you responsible, they are holding us responsible. So we have to verify that what we are marketing ourselves is authentic and genuine. And after that, you have please take it up. You have tourism. Every tourist destinations in Nigeria upload their content here. So for example, not just Nigeria, globally. For example, you are looking for a place to go and relax for the Easter holiday. You can just click and get necessary information. And you also have the Clevenard More Food. More Food, right now we have about 10 restaurants registered on the Clevenard More Food. How does that operate? You have a restaurant, you operate a restaurant here in Port Harcourt. You just sign up on the More Food. You upload your content there on the More Food. Alright? Now everybody, when you go to the platform, they see every restaurant on that platform. I think the promise restaurant is there already, the pepperoni is there, HQ is there, and then show other restaurants, which means if you don't want to leave your house to go and buy food outside, or from your place of work, and then you just come to the laptop, you just go to the Clevenard More Food, click on it, select the restaurant you want to buy food, and then click on the food you want to buy. You make payments, and deliver to whether your office onto your house. Alright, you also have the movies. The movie where you can watch Nigerian movies, African movies. Alright, epic movies. Movies that has meaning. Movie that will help us in our culture, like His Highness rightly said, culture and tradition to the entire diaspora. So that is basically Clevenard.com, our presentation.
Apologizing for it. We have no apologies. They say we are old school, but we have an intention to put Nigeria together, and that is the reason why we were set up. NTA was set up for that purpose, to unite Nigeria and to tell us what the government is doing. So when we now come to tell you what government is not doing, we are going out of our purpose. So we have no apologies for not telling you that they say that two people are dying and government is not doing it. No, it is not our duty to tell you what government is not doing. We are the government mouthpiece to tell you what government is doing. This is what government is doing to alleviate what is going on. So we have no apologies. And we identify with Clevenard because Clevenard says to you that they just don't want to take any kind of story in the global space. They want to tell people the good one, they don't want the fake news, something that will sell Nigeria. Sometimes people don't even want to come home. Recently, my younger brother came home. As he was coming home, he was going with his children to Nigeria for the first time. They've never been to Nigeria. But he was very sure that as soon as he lands in Port Harcourt, they would die. So, as we were going to pick them from the airport, he was saying, it's even late, 6 o'clock, why not? Unfortunately, by the time they got to clearing out, it was almost 8 o'clock. I said, why don't you just sleep in the airport? That it's too late to go back, go to town. That is the kind of story they've heard there, that is so unsafe. And we drove all the way through that road, through the so many cars were in the road. The guy was shocked. And we drove to the house. We got to the house, he hit his sigh of relief. Then after that, the next day the children said, no, don't go anywhere. By the time they spent 3 days in Nigeria, he went buying things and the children refused to go. The day the son was to go, but he locked himself inside the toilet and said he's not going back again. Because he had gone out and so they saw another side of Nigeria that people don't let them see. The small child now said to me, is it mommy, auntie, is it true? And they said that blacks have horns. I said, okay, he said there are no good roads in Nigeria, there are no beautiful houses. I said, have you seen beautiful houses in Kenya? He said, yes. Have you seen cars? One of them actually said, my teacher is a liar. And he said, when she goes back, she's going to confront her teacher. She's 8 years old. And she has that kind of freedom. That's the kind of environment she grew up in. But you don't blame her because that's what she's been exposed to. Our own stories are not being told the other way. Most times we tell the stories that people want to hear and they tell us down and they sell us down. Most times nobody wants to see us, nobody wants to identify with us. Most times if you travel outside, that's when you know how bad it is to answer Nigeria. You're on the line and somebody is looking at you as in, what else are you going to steal now? Meanwhile, the person that is knocking, you can actually buy the person and pay for the person. But the person is looking at you as a thief because that is the stories we have heard. And that's why we are identifying with Clevenard. By the time you're talking about uploading stories and people go on that platform and they see stories like this, they will understand that Nigeria is not really as bad as they say. We're talking about all the black things that I say Nigerians are doing. We are bad, but Nigeria really as bad as we're saying it. Recently, somebody said, okay, they went to the market yesterday and they bought tomatoes. And tomato has come down, so she bought plenty. And I said, really, is there anything possible for it to come down? We are not deceiving ourselves that it is not difficult. This is difficult times. But if we all sell the difficult part of Nigeria, who is going to bring in the little effort that we are attracting? And when everybody runs away from home, how do we now make the best of it? You and I were here today. All of us cannot live in Nigeria, no matter what we say. We cannot all run away. Even if we want to, some of us cannot afford it. So for those who can't afford it, what do? We want people to run away from them. That's why we identify with Clevenard. And Clevenard is giving us a whole lot of opportunity to sell your stories abroad. And then they're talking about if you want to sell what you make. You make the Nigerian products, bring it on here. But before, of course, you know that good quality sells itself. Before you dare to come up, you have to be sure of the quality you're selling. And then when you're sure of the quality, they create the market space for you. And then we're saying, okay, whatever stories you have, like NTA, we know and we are still sure that we're a confirmation story. No matter how much you don't believe NTA, when they tell you that something has happened, you still wait until NTA brings the news to be sure. If they tell you that the president of Nigeria is dead now, when you hear this, you take it with a pinch of salt. Then somebody will say, has NTA read the story? When NTA reads the story, is a confirmation. We know we're a confirmation station. So we are careful what we say. And so if that is the case, and we see people like this who identify with us, we are very proud to identify with Clevenard because we are sure that we take our story, we know what to take it. And nobody is going to come and say, okay, why did you tell your story like this when you know? On the average NTS television, you cannot see a man and a woman making love in that way, it's not possible.
All these things. So for example, if is coming in from Lagos rep, we vet those things before you can go on the platform. If it's from Port Harcourt, we have to personally go there and vet those things that is being posted. That's how it works. But we still need more representatives. So if you are here and you want to be a Clevenard representative, please contact us and we will say.
Money.
Please let's take each other.
It's a money.
So much everyone, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on where you are watching this video from. Alright, my name is Franca Dimudia. I'm a representative of Clevenard.com, and she is
Benedicta Ibineta.
We are both representative of Clevenard.com. We just did a presentation at Excel Suite right here in the city of Port Harcourt, River State, Nigeria. And we are encouraging each and every one of you to go back to the platform, partner with us or sign up on the platform, and then buy and sell on the platform. If you have information or content to drop on the platform, verified information, please do so by just clicking on the sign up button and then do so. We also want to use the opportunity to thank the owner of Clevenard.com, Mr. Tulu Mushi. Thank you so much for giving this platform to Africa. Thank you so much for being the brain that is being used to solve the entire business of Africa to the diaspora. Thank you so much.